the FIFA World Cup. The name alone conjures up images of roaring crowds, dazzling goals, and unforgettable moments that echo across generations. The biggest show on earth, a month-long festival where nations unite, heroes are made, and heartbreak is guaranteed. It's more than just a tournament. It's a global celebration that brings together billions, transcending language, borders, and politics. At least, that's the dream. In 2026, this spectacle lands in North America, co-hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico. 3 countries, dozens of cities, and millions of fans will play host to the world's greatest sporting event. It should be a celebration of unity and sport, a rare chance for neighbors to come together, to cheer, to compete, and to share in the magic of the game. But this is 2025, and nothing is ever that simple. The world is more divided, more anxious, and more unpredictable than ever before. At the center of it all, Donald J. Trump, the man who never shies away from the spotlight, and who now stands at the crossroads of sport and power. Yes, the former and current president has made the World Cup a personal project, somewhere between international diplomacy and his latest social media post. This isn't just ribbon cutting, it's a campaign, a spectacle, and a statement all at once. It's a Trump-branded production, turning a sporting event into a geopolitical soap opera. Every match, every press conference, every handshake is now a headline. How did the world's most beloved tournament become a stage for political theater? How did football become a pawn in a much bigger game? The answer: a White House task force working behind the scenes to shape every detail. A cozy relationship with FIFA where politics and sport are more intertwined than ever before. And controversies threatening to overshadow the football. Scandals, protests, and accusations swirl around the tournament before the first whistle even blows. We'll unpack the chaos, economic promises, security fears, and the real cost of hosting the world. And tensions between the 3 hosts, diplomatic headaches, border disputes, and the challenge of keeping everyone happy. All while Trump uses the event to project power, shape narratives, and keep the world's attention firmly on him. This isn't just for football fans, it's for anyone who cares about how global events are shaped and sometimes hijacked by those in power. It's about how sport and politics are now inseparable, and how every goal, every decision is loaded with meaning. Even global events meant to unite us can be hijacked for personal and political gain. So, grab a drink, settle in, and get ready for a World Cup like no other. We need to talk about Donald Trump's World Cup, and what it means for the future of the beautiful game. The beautiful game has never looked so complicated, or so dramatic. Traditionally, governments play a supporting role in World Cups, handling security, building infrastructure, and managing visas behind the scenes. Their involvement is crucial, but it's usually quiet, almost invisible to the public eye. But Trump? He's not content to stay in the background. He's front and center, determined to make his presence felt at every turn. On March 7, 2025, he signed an executive order establishing the White House task force for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, and named himself chairman, ensuring he'd have the final say on every major decision. The stated mission: to showcase America's pride, hospitality, and global leadership on the world stage. The reality: Trump's personal stamp is on every detail, from stadium logistics to international relations. By putting himself in charge, he's transformed what should be a national project into a personal crusade, filtering every move through his own political lens and priorities. This level of direct presidential involvement is unprecedented, and it's made the football world uneasy, raising questions about the tournament's independence. All this is happening while the U.S. is locked in trade wars with Canada and Mexico, its co-hosts, adding another layer of tension to an already complex partnership. Trump claims the tension is actually good for the tournament, insisting it will make the event more competitive and memorable. But nothing says welcome to your neighbors quite like the threat of new tariffs and economic standoffs. The result? Diplomatic handshakes have been replaced by tense negotiations, with football itself becoming a bargaining chip in high-stakes talks. The task force isn't just another layer of bureaucracy, it's a bold statement. This World Cup will be run the Trump way, with his vision front and center. Expect spectacle, grand pronouncements, and a tournament used to advance a political narrative, with every moment carefully orchestrated for maximum impact. The beautiful game now has a new manager, in the Oval Office, where football and politics are about to collide like never before. To sell a massive, disruptive event, you need big numbers. and FIFA delivers. The 2026 World Cup and 2025 Club World Cup are projected to pump $40 billion into the U.S. economy. That's billion with a B. Organizers promise 200,000 new jobs and 10 million tourists flooding American cities. For host cities, it's a dream. Packed hotels, bustling restaurants, and a global spotlight. For Trump, it's the ultimate campaign talking point. Proof his leadership brings jobs and wealth. The World Cup becomes a pillar of his economic policy, a showcase for his deal-making. But let's be real, economic impact studies for mega events are notoriously optimistic. They often overstate benefits and downplay costs, like strained public services and massive security bills. There will be a boost, but $40 billion? That's a golden carrot dangled to keep everyone on side. The numbers dazzle, but skepticism is warranted. For now, it's a promise, one that may be more campaign slogan than reality. Hosting a global event isn't just about stadiums and money, it's about safety. Miami's 2024 Copa America final was a disaster. Ticketless fans stormed the stadium, security collapsed, and chaos reigned. The images were a warning. If security failed at a continental final, how will it handle the World Cup? The Miami meltdown made security the top concern for everyone involved. In response, the Trump administration put Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem in charge, promising incident command centers in every host city. The message: we're taking this seriously, and it won't happen again. But the challenge is huge. 16 host cities, countless venues, and threats from all sides. Securing every stadium and fan park is a monumental task. After Miami, fans and officials are watching closely, hoping plans on paper mean safety on the ground. The world will be holding its breath. The 2026 World Cup slogan was "United as One," a vision of Canada, Mexico, and the U.S. joining hands. In reality, it's more like a dysfunctional family dinner, with Trump at the head of the table. Tensions are high. American-born Canadian coach Jesse Marsh publicly rebuked Trump for calling Canada America's 51st state. The message from the North: enough with the arrogance. With Mexico, it's even worse. Trade disputes and border rhetoric have soured relations. Trump insists the tension is good for the tournament. It's like saying a house fire is good for a family reunion. The result: an event built on unity, steered by a leader who thrives on division. United as One now rings hollow, replaced by public spats and diplomatic standoffs. The dream was a seamless celebration. The reality: 3 hosts gritting their teeth, hoping to avoid a major incident. Can you throw the world's biggest party when the hosts aren't speaking? To understand Trump's World Cup obsession, look at his relationship with FIFA President Gianni Infantino, a true political bromance. Their partnership goes beyond mere photo ops. It's a calculated alliance, with both men eager to use football's global stage for their own ambitions. Infantino's frequent White House visits have made their alliance a defining feature of this World Cup. Each visit is more than a courtesy call. It's a signal to the world that football and American power are now intertwined at the highest level. In 2025, Infantino hand-delivered the new Club World Cup trophy to the Oval Office, a perfect photo op. The moment was carefully staged, with cameras capturing every handshake and smile, turning a simple trophy presentation into a global headline. The trophy became a recurring prop in Trump's political world, even appearing during press conferences on unrelated issues. It was never just about football. It was about projecting power, prestige, and a sense of international legitimacy. It's a visual shorthand. Trump wants to link his presidency to the power and prestige of global football. By surrounding himself with symbols of victory, he crafts an image of a leader at the center of world events, commanding attention far beyond American borders. Critics call it authoritarian theater, using sport to project strength and distract from controversy. They argue that these spectacles are designed to shift focus away from political scandals and create a sense of unity, even as divisions deepen. Trump even announced a UFC event on the White House lawn, blending spectacle with hard power. The message was clear: the White House is not just a seat of government, but a stage for global sports and political theater. Infantino defends the relationship as crucial for the tournament's success, but it ties FIFA to a divisive figure. For Infantino, the partnership is about expanding football's reach, but it comes with the risk of alienating fans and critics alike. The result: Trump gains a global platform, using football's universal appeal to bolster his image. He leverages the sport's popularity to reach audiences far beyond his political base, making every event a campaign in itself. One trophy-laden photo op at a time, the beautiful game becomes political theater, where every handshake, every smile, and every trophy is a carefully crafted message to the world. While Trump grabs headlines, Saudi Arabia is quietly reshaping world football with its vast public investment fund. The kingdom's billions have made it a key sponsor of the 2025 Club World Cup, rescuing the tournament financially. A $1 billion broadcast deal with DAZN, followed by a Saudi purchase of a DAZN stake, shows calculated business moves. Saudi Arabia's investments have paid off. They've secured the 2034 World Cup hosting rights. It's checkbook diplomacy, and it's working. But this financial influence comes with ethical questions. FIFA is now tied to a regime with a troubling human rights record. The beautiful game is increasingly dependent on a powerful, controversial patron. The cost of Saudi money, a sport beholden to a single state actor. Beyond politics, the tournaments are mired in controversy. The 2025 Club World Cup's team selection, especially Inter Miami's inclusion, sparked accusations of favoritism and commercial bias. Player unions like FIFPro are suing FIFA, arguing the relentless schedule endangers player health. The Club World Cup's timing clashed with U.S. immigration raids, leading to protests and concerns about fan safety. Real-world politics intruded, making some fans feel unwelcome. These issues, team selection, player welfare, and political clashes, reveal a FIFA determined to expand, no matter the cost. The beautiful game is showing cracks, as players warn the system is unsustainable. The drama is happening both on and off the pitch. After all the drama, is Trump's World Cup crisis real, or just media hype? Unfortunately, it's all too real. The White House task force, public rebukes from international partners, the Miami security meltdown, these are facts, not fiction. Trump's use of sporting events for political messaging is a visible strategy. Saudi money's influence, legal battles over player welfare, these are documented realities. To dismiss it as drama is to ignore the evidence. This story matters because it shows how easily our passions can be pulled into the political arena. The World Cup should unite us, but it's become a tool for power and profit. The beautiful game endures, but it's surrounded by a complex, often ugly reality.